Hi everyone, welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. I just wanted to post a little video about my choice for One Book July. I actually almost always only carry one book, so One Book July isn't a huge challenge for me, fortunately. But I know, of course, there are people out there who have multiple covers and things like that, and they just like to switch between them. I can't keep track of my life that way. I have to have one calendar and basically one notebook. And anyway, I just wanted to do a quick flip through since I have had my Retrow Slim B6 for quite a few months now, and kind of wanted to just show how it's aging and how the leather is picking up some really nice scratches. I had someone on Instagram ask me if this binder clip made much of a mark on the leather. Not really to me. I don't mind scratches and things like that. So for me, I don't think it really makes a huge mark. But, to people who might not like their leather to pick up marks and things like that, it might stand out to them. So this leather, this is the gazelle leather. So to me, it stands up to a lot of stuff. I mean, to me, and it's got, it's got my life scratched into it. So it doesn't really bother me all that much. But if you prefer pristine leather, then definitely you probably don't want to clip anything to your notebook. So anyway, let's just take a quick flip through of it. I keep my notebook pretty basic. I don't put a whole lot of extra things in there. I only keep in there usually what I use. You will see at the end there is an insert in there that I don't use that often, but I really like it and I don't want to take it out. So anyway, so here we go. First things first, I always keep my calendar first. It's really the reason that I started carrying a traveler's notebook to begin with. I'm not a huge actual traveler. I just like the idea of it, I guess. So I always keep my calendar first. This is actually the calendar insert that Rowan sent to me to try out at the beginning of the year when she first started designing inserts. And I actually stopped using this book toward the middle of January because I ordered a Habanichi Cousin and I wanted to use that. And see if I could use that as one book for everything for the whole year. And I got to June and the book got so fat and so heavy that I couldn't carry it anymore. It just wasn't convenient for me. It didn't fit in any bags. I'd have to carry it separately. So it looked like I was carrying my, my school books, which I don't even go to school anymore. It looked like I was carrying a school book around. So it just wasn't practical for me. I love the space that was on it and it allowed me to be super creative with layouts and journaling and things like that. But overall, it just didn't work for me because I just couldn't carry it anymore. It wasn't convenient. So I do use it at home. I put stuff in it at home, but I just don't carry it with me and went back to this. So as you'll see when we flip through, I have this calendar and then I stopped in mid-January and then started again. When I first started it, and I love the setup of a week on 2 pages. It's basically a week on 1 page, and then you have a blank grid page next to it. She puts these 3 months in the beginning. I love that because it allows you to forward plan, but just for a little bit, and I don't have to carry a whole separate monthly calendar insert in my book. I can have it all together. I really love that about these inserts. So at the beginning of the year, I did a lot of drawing and journaling and things like that. I kind of got away from that as my year went on, like I said, because I was doing it in my Habanichi. And then when I started using this again, I was working and it was the end of the school year and feeling very overwhelmed. So my decorating got very sparse toward the end of the year. And really, as I keep going on, it basically went to virtually nothing except for like that one, nothing, just planning. So, I think that now I am not working on a regular basis anymore at the school. I'm just subbing. So I think hopefully once I get my new calendar insert, that it will, I'll be able to go back to doing the more creative things that I kind of miss doing in this insert. So I ordered my new 3 months. It holds 3 months at a time. And I ordered my new insert late, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Rowena is able to send it to me before she leaves on her trip on the 8th because I ordered it on the 23rd and the cutoff was the 24th, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it gets here soon because I'm actually out of actual calendar space. I had to draw in a calendar at the end of the month, and that is totally, it's totally on me. My husband has been out of work for about 13 months. And so we only can buy things when we can afford it, obviously. So, I ordered it when I could afford it. So, and so, like I said, totally not her fault at all. It's not anyone's fault. It's just when I could order it. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the post office and everything, that she got the order on time and that the post office will get it here on time so that not too much of July passes by before I can start using it. And I'm hoping that when that comes, I'll be able to kind of, you know, do a little more decorating and things like that I was doing before. So anyway, first is the calendar insert, and then I got these really cool tabs. I actually really wanted the Midori ones, the brass ones, but I'm too poor for those right now. So I got these cool little knockoffs at Hobby Lobby. They were 50% off. They were basically like $1.50 for 9 of them. And they came in 3 copper, 3 gold tone, and 3 rose gold. I don't use the rose gold because I'm not much of a pink girl, but I really, these are great in a pinch for, cheap people. So my next insert is it's the folder, and I do keep some journaling stuff with me. I'm not one to carry tons of journaling supplies with me, mostly because I don't really journal on the go a whole lot. Sometimes if I have some extra time, which is why I keep this stuff in here, but really for the most part, I don't do that. I did start a line a day journal. I actually started it in May, as you can see, because I realized that what was happening is that because I wasn't journaling in the calendar, I wasn't really journaling at all. And I was doing it, well, let me back up. I was doing it in the Hobonichi, but I wasn't really, I was doing more art in the Hobonichi and not really a lot of journaling. So I was trying to at least put down 1 line a day, and this actually has worked really well for me. Even on days that I skip, I can go back to the calendar, kind of see what I was doing during that time and go, oh, okay, I can write about that. So that's been really nice. So it'll be fun to kind of go back toward the end of the year and kind of read what has changed since then. Back of the folder, just some more stuff in there. And then I have my commonplace book still. I actually was writing in this a whole lot when I first put it in there. Now I sort of feel like I've run out of things to write in there. So I'm going to kind of have to revisit some more, maybe some blog posts or something about what people include in their commonplace book and kind of, go from there. I mean, I still write quotes and stuff in it. I have, some book passages back here that I really liked, but I don't know. I guess I found that it's not as useful to me as I thought it was going to be, but I'd like to make it more useful, if that makes any sense. So I have to work on that a little bit. And then, as I said at the beginning, there's this last insert that I really love the insert. It's not being utilized very well, mostly because what I originally intended it for was to kind of record the things that we do and the places that we go. And then my husband still didn't find a job and still hasn't found a job, and so we can't really afford to go anywhere. And I'm not saying this because, it's a big sob story. Lots of really amazing things have happened this year and lessons that my family has learned and so on and so forth. So I'm not complaining about it, but I'm explaining why this is mostly blank. That I really like the craft paper insert, but I'm not really sure what to do with it. But I don't want to take it out because I do want to use it. So anyway, just one of those things where I kind of like the way it looks in there, and I'll figure out what to do with it eventually, but for now it just kind of sits in there resting, waiting to be filled out. So anyway, just wanted to kind of show you where I am with this and how pretty it's turning out with, the way that the leather is aging and all of that good stuff. I couldn't think of, a better product to buy, really. I know that there's lots of journal makers out there and cover makers out there that, have lots of different things to offer, but this is I originally ordered the original Sojourner, the one for the field notes, and was really happy with that, and have been nothing but satisfied with this. And I get lots of comments about this. People, oh, what is that? It's a cool little book, and I think it suits me quite well. And on that note, I just wanted to say that in the past year, of my husband being out of work, and just lots of little lessons learned, that for me, the most important lesson has been that I'm kind of a magpie. I like new and bright and shiny things, and really I think God has slowed me down a lot in this past year and said, you know what, I've given you a lot, and just use what you have. And that's been a huge blessing to me. And I'm all for trying out new things, and if I had the money and the time, I would probably try out other stuff. But my big lesson this past year has just been, use what you have and be satisfied with it. Be satisfied with, what God has blessed me with, and what he gives me when he gives it to me. And I really thank him for that, because otherwise I would probably be like, I don't know which cover to choose. And I know which one I'm going to choose, because I only have one. So, but anyway, there are other things that, my brother has blessed me with. He, is a really good little brother and has blessed me in other ways. It's not that I don't have other choices, but I just think that, God has used this time to really show my husband and I that, he's the one who supplies our needs. And anyway, not really a sermon, just a thought, but, just that, I am going to enjoy doing this challenge this month, because it kind of falls in line with what we've been kind of learning this past year, which is be satisfied with what you have and use what you have. So anyway, I hope everyone has a good and blessed day, and hopefully I'll be able to have something more exciting to talk about the next time I record a video. But in any event, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, post them below. And I'm sorry for talking so fast. I'm trying to get done under 15 minutes because I have a problem uploading sometimes with YouTube. But in any event, have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Bye.